Good morning, everyone. I'm Arman Sandigan, and together with my partner, Yasser, we will discuss the lesson 2.4, which is the science education in the Philippines. The overview of this science education in the Philippines is: the Philippines is trying its best to improve the state of science education in the country. This lesson will discuss the concept of science education and will identify some strategies to promote science education in the country. One of the strategies is to establish science schools that will encourage students to pursue their career in science and technology and to nurture their gifted potential in science. At the end of this lesson, the student can identify science schools established to promote science education in the Philippines and explain and illustrate the concept of science education. Now, before we start for the discussion, let us know the importance of science education in the Philippines. The science education develops students' scientific inquiry skills, values, and attitudes, such as objectivity, curiosity, honesty, and habits of mind, including critical thinking. All of these are become useful to the individual students for his own personal development, future career, and life in general. Now, we will proceed to the learning content of our lessons today. The concept of science education. Science education focuses on teaching, learning, and understanding science. Teaching science involves developing ways on how to effectively teach science. This means exploring pedagogical theories and models in helping teachers teach scientific concepts and processes effectively. Learning science is helping the students understand and love science. Understanding science implies developing and applying science process skills and using science literacy in understanding the natural world and activities in everyday life. The importance of utilizing the natural environment to teach students is stressed. Nature must furnish its physical stimuli to provide wealth of meaning through social activities and thinking. Science is going to be one of the most important school subjects in the future. Science education is justified by the vast amount of scientific knowledge developed in this area that prepares citizens in an S&T-driven world. It provides skills and knowledge needed by a person to live in the age of science and to develop a citizenry that meets the goals of science in the society. It is the school's immense responsibility to develop science culture. Next is science education in basic and tertiary education. In basic education, science education helps students learn important concepts and facts that are related to everyday life, including important skills such as process skills, critical thinking skills, and life skills that are needed to cope with daily life activities. It develops positive attitudes such as the love for knowledge, passion for innovative things, curiosity to study about nature, and creativity. It develops a strong foundation for studying science and for considering science-related careers in the future. In tertiary education, science education deals with developing students' understanding and appreciation of science ideas and scientific works. This is done through offering basic science courses in the general education curriculum. Science education in the tertiary level also focuses on the preparation of science teachers, scientists, engineers, and other professionals in various science-related fields such as engineering, agriculture, medicine, and health sciences. The state provided scholarships to encourage more students to pursue science courses. Next, science schools in the Philippines. One outstanding program for science education supported by the government is the establishment of science schools in various parts of the country. Next, Philippine Science High School System or PSHSS. This is a government program for gifted students in the Philippines. It is a service institute of the Department of Science and Technology, DOST, whose mandate is to offer free scholarship basic for secondary course with special emphasis on subjects pertaining its students for a science career, or Republic Act Number 3661. The school maintains a dormitory for all its students. Now, the next reporter will be held by Yasser A. Sali.
Good day everyone, and especially to you ma'am. Before I start my report, I would like to first introduce you to me. And I am Yasser Ampuya Sali, and currently living in Barangay Kurintam, Gatuudin Sinsuat, Maguindanao. So today, this is my report about Special Science Elementary School. The Special Science Elementary School is a project of DepEd Order Number 73, 2008 and DepEd Number 515, 2010. The project was started in June 2007 with 57 were the school identified as elementary school in the country, until the number of school grown of 60 school in nationwide. This SSES project is aims at the development of students in their technological skills and values. Their mission is providing a learning development for the science, incline in children to recognize multiple intelligence of the learners and to promote the development the learning skills for the students. The subject science and health is give there a longer time to other subject. For the Manila Science School, this is the first science high school in the Philippines. The curriculum based on science and math to produce scientists with soul, which MSAT has 5 parts in aptitude in science, aptitude in mathematics, problem solving test in science, problem solving test in mathematics, and preference in English. And the last part is all about Central Visayas Institute Foundation. The home at the Pioneer School, it is known as a dynamic learning program. The DLP is a classic and modern pedagogical which is in the level of learning, fraction, and productivity. So, thank you. Yun lang po.